Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue the week of reviews with another song review for you. This morning, we're going to continue on with a review of my favorite cover version of Bob Dylan's "Blowing in the Wind" by Stevie Wonder. It came from his Uptight record, which also contained one of his big hits, "Uptight," which is also one of my favorite songs, but that's beside the point. The first time I had heard Stevie's version of "Blowing in the Wind" was actually on the Bob Dylan 30th Anniversary Tribute Concert CD and DVD, and I immediately fell in love with it because Stevie did it kind of in a real heavy gospel vein with it was slowed down, and it just is my favorite version of "Blowing in the Wind." I haven't heard a version to rival it. I even like it better than some of the live Bob Dylan versions I've heard. And on the live version, and we will touch on this when we review the Bob Dylan 30th Anniversary concert. On the live version from the gig, he does it with Booker T and the MGs, and I believe part of his band, and also on the studio version, which came out in 1966 on Uptight, he plays a tremendous harmonica part, and using one of his chromatic harmonicas. That's one thing that I have always loved about Stevie Wonder, is that he gets sounds out of his harmonicas that, he plays harmonica like nobody else. And I think part of the reason is that he doesn't play a typical harmonica. He plays a style of harmonica that is called chromatic harmonica, I think, and it has a kind of a sweeter tone, almost like a horn, like a trumpet or something. But it's and in his versions of "Blowing in the Wind," he plays some great harmonica parts. And on a side note, I think this his version of "Blowing in the Wind" came out around the time that Stevie was starting to break away from Motown and starting to transition into more funk gospel type song or albums and stuff, because it wasn't too long after this that he would release "Superstition" and "Songs in the Key of Life" and "Talking Book" and all that. And I think while I think most of like talking, or I think "Talking Book" and "Songs in the Key of Life," while I think at least one of those records was on Motown, he was starting to transition and break away from Motown, slowly. And because I know that there was some dissatisfaction there. So I think Uptight came out around that time, and because the thing about the Motown sound, while it's tremendous, it's also formulaic. All the especially the early Motown songs or records kind of have that core sound, and I think Stevie was wanting to break away from that, and I think Blowing in the Wind was his first attempt at that, and it is a tremendous attempt, and I hope you guys enjoy it.